we've been looking at for an hour or more. Pete Williams, and now we're hearing, listen to that. So our reports are ricocheting around, and people via broadcast or social media or television crews, people on the sidewalk in Newtown are reacting with cheers. Pete Williams?
Well, we have confirmed here, Brian, as well, that the suspect is in custody. We don't know precisely his condition.
Boston police apparently have tweeted, "Suspect in custody." I want to be very careful about this. It's a tweet that we understand came from the Boston PD, "Suspect in custody." It is the same thing that we have heard on the police scanner. The question is, who's this suspect? Is this indeed the man that they have been looking for since the bombings on Monday? It certainly looks like, from this enormous police action that we're seeing unfold before our eyes, that it may indeed be that suspect. John Miller?
So we're told from people on the scene that whoever was on that boat is off the boat now and headed to that ambulance. So we may, if that ambulance comes out the way it came in, we may see it and this person inside it when it goes by.
There's a fuller statement from the Boston police. "Suspect in custody. Police sweeping the area. Stand by for further information." So we do not have an official confirmation, but all signs at this moment are pointing toward an arrest.
We have some breaking news right now. I want everybody to sit up and pay attention. We got Pierre Thomas. Pierre, what did you learn?
We have 3 federal law enforcement sources telling us that the suspect is in custody, condition unknown, Diane, but our guidance is that the suspect is in custody.
In custody, and again, it seemed inconceivable after all these reports of that gunfire and the way he was.
All right, let's go back to the live coverage from our affiliated station, Channel 25 in Boston.
People out here have big smiles on their faces, and I'll tell you why. Because we heard the police officer saying, "Suspect in custody, suspect in custody." And I reached over to a law enforcement source of mine, and I said, "Did you get him?" And he says, "We got him." And he, with a big smile and a thumbs up, he says, "We got him." So,
well, Jared,
it's amazing.
That is wonderful news, Jared, and that was something that Tom Shamshak was about to tell me moments ago, but you actually had it right there for us, and we appreciate that the suspect is indeed in custody.
From one of our Boston police the Boston Police Department has just tweeted "suspect in custody." Let me repeat that. Around 8:45 p.m., Boston Police Department has just tweeted that the suspect is in fact in custody. This seems to verify what our Elizabeth Cohen witnessed. Neighbors yelling at police, "Did you get him?" Police officers saying yes as a vehicle drove off. Safe to assume, I suppose, that the suspect is in that vehicle. What happens now?
And he surrenders to the police. We also have a statement from the family of We're going to go to NBC News coverage at this moment.
And walked away from their defensive positions. I would say this is over.
Wow. All right. Well, so, and a successful, Dan, you said a successful recovery, which we would imply that they have this 19-year-old bombing suspect in custody and he's alive.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that assumption. I think you've got the guy recovered with no injury. Yeah. And whether I'm going to see if they may throw me back here by this position, but is he alive? No telling. No telling.
Dan, you're watching from there. Cooper's on the other side talking to his sources. He may be able to add to what you've said. Steve, what do you know?
Okay, he's alive. He's alive. He's in custody and he's alive, and they've asked for a medic to the scene.
I think that we see the car is moving a little bit, so I think it might be over. Yeah, he's in custody. People are saying
well, it has certainly been an extraordinary period. I can't see it from where I'm standing, but that's what I'm hearing.
Nana, thank you very much indeed for joining us. So, you're watching BBC News, breaking news. The Boston Police Department have the suspect in custody. They have Yo Kostanayev. He is the second suspect in the Boston Marathon bombings. His brother Tamerlan was killed after a firefight with police overnight, and now after an intensive manhunt here in the Watertown district of Boston. Yokar Sarayev was found hiding in a boat in the backyard of someone's house. And I can bring in